In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 5 best value cards at each position in NBA 2K23 My Team. So the top 5 best value point guards, the top 5 best value shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers. And if you guys don't know what I mean by the best value card, is going to be how good a card is for how much MT they do go for. So for example, the best value point guard in my opinion is going to be this Dark Matter Luka Doncic, because I think he's one of the best point guards in the game, and he only goes for about 150,000 MT compared to a different type of point guard like a Dark Matter Steph. You know, the playoff version goes for more MT than this Luka Doncic, and I do think Luka's a lot better of a point guard. So just for how much MT they go for and how good of a card they are in game, I'll be going over the top 5 best value cards at each position. So the top 5 best value point guard, shooting guard, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. So like I said, Luka I think is the best value point guard, even though he's not necessarily cheap or he's not a budget card. He's about 150k, maybe even a little bit lower, and you can make an argument he's a top 3 point guard in the game, being 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan, and he's one of the best, if not the best, offensive point guards right now in the game with his amazing jump shot. The KPJ base, the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing is such a good jump shot. He's also got the trade dribble 6, he's got the Dame behind the back, the trade leaner. If you're really good at dribbling and you know how to take advantage of a card like Luka Doncic, he's going to be one of the best offensive point guards, probably the best offensive point guard in my team if you really know what you're doing. And then another really good value point guard at the number 2 spot for me personally is going to be this Dark Matter Ron Artest, another card that I think you can consider to be a top 3 point guard in the game. It really depends between Luka and Ron Artest if you value more defense or if you want more offense at the point guard spot, because Ron Artest is going to be on that Luka Doncic level, you know, being a 6'7" point guard, 6'10" wingspan, but he's going to be amazing because of his defense with a 98 block, 99 steal, 99 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's got tons of good Hall of Fame defensive badges, and then even offensively, like, he can still score the ball, having the Markelle Fultz base with the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing, and then he does have solid dribble sigs, but he's even going to be cheaper than Luka at only about 90 to 100,000 MT. So once again, another amazing value point guard. And then for the next spot here at the number 3 spot is going to be the Hero Hedo Turkoglu, a card that only goes for about 40 to 50k, and he's 6'10" at the point guard position, 6'11" wingspan, has great all-around stats and badges. But the best thing about this card probably is his jump shot with the John Stockton base, the Trae Young upper on very quick timing. It's just such a quick release that's easy to time, and then he's also got pretty good dribble sigs, the Kyle Lowry size up, the Curry escape. I mean, just for his value, is one of the best value point guards in my team. I do have him at the number 3 spot. And then at the number 4 spot is going to be the Dark Matter Shea, a card that's only about 40 to 50,000 MT, and once again, I think it's kind of on that Hedo Turkoglu type of level at the point guard position, being 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He does have an amazing jump shot with the Shea base, the Shea upper on very quick timing. I think he's got pretty good dribble sigs with the Kyle Lowry size up, the Trae escape. He moves really quick in game and also does have the quick drops off 1 and the front clutches as well, the 2 best dunk packages in my team. And once again, only goes for about 40 to 50k, and I think that's extremely good value for a point guard in Shea. And then here at the number 5 spot is going to be the Galaxy Opal Jalen Rose, a super cheap card that's actually under 10k. And I think he's on that Hedo Turkoglu Shea type of level, but you get him for super cheap, under 10,000 MT, 6'8" at the 1, 7-foot wingspan. We know he's going to be a great defender, having a 91 steal, 92 perimeter, 90 interior defense, 82 block. He's got a 92 on-ball steal tendency, 88 contest shot, 88 block shot, and does have a capable release. I feel like that's the biggest difference maker for a lot of people when it comes to Jalen Rose, is if you like his jump shot or not. I think it's a solid release, and then also has some of the best dribble sigs in the game with the Steve Francis size up and the Trae escape. So that's going to round off, in my opinion, the top 5 best value point guards in the game. And now it's time to go on to the top 5 best value shooting guards. At the number 1 spot, might seem a little bit crazy, but it's going to be this Dark Matter Radiant T-Mac, and you guys are probably saying, he's so expensive, how is he good value? It's because he probably is the 2nd or 3rd best shooting guard in the game for a lot of people, and you can get him for under 300,000 MT. If you guys watched my video yesterday when I was talking about the best cards to buy after the promo super packs, I saw Tracy McGrady for 240,000 MT, and then I bought one, the Radiant version, not the Invincible. I bought the Radiant version on my own account for 275,000 MT, which I think is extremely good value for a top level shooting guard, KPJ base, Oscar upper, on quick timing. If you get Hall of Fame badges and added to this card, I mean, he's pretty much playable until we get to like the end game level cards, because the difference between the Invincible and the Radiant isn't that big of a difference. Only real difference is the badges, which once again, if you can badge this one up, does, you know, pretty much become the Invincible. The Invincible just has a slightly faster jump shot. So I think for his price tag, even though it's super expensive, about 250 to 300,000 MT, I still think he's one of the best value cards in the game for what he does on the court. And then similar expensive, not as expensive, but going to be this Dark Matter Vince Carter, who is now actually under 100k, and I think that's extremely good value in a 6'6" shooting guard, 6'9" wingspan, amazing to go into the basket with a 99 driving dunk, 99 vertical, and we know Vince is going to be one of the best slashers. I think he's probably one of the best slashers in the game. And then also does have a very capable jump shot with the Kyle Kuzma base and the Vince Carter upper. And then at the number 3 spot, going into more of the budget, lower, cheaper value cards in the game, is going to be Galaxy Opal Ricky Davis, another really good offensive card who's got a great jump shot with the Seth Curry base, the Oscar Robertson upper. And that's pretty much all you need to know about Ricky Davis, is the fact that he's got an amazing jump shot, super easy to green with, and then also some pretty solid dribble sigs, and he can be a really good offensive shooting guard for only about 30,000 MT, maybe 35 at the most. And then at the number 4 spot is going to be the complete opposite level of shooting guard, and that's going to be Galaxy Opal Big Z, a card that I think is probably a lot better at small forward, but he's still amazing because he's 7'3" at the shooting guard position, 7'6" wingspan. He's just such a mismatch on the offensive end, and allows you to run so many different lineups if you have this card at shooting guard, because of the lineups you can run with like smaller small forwards or smaller power forwards. He just opens up the doors for a lot of things lineups wise, and also is a super overpowered glitchy card at the shooting guard position for only about 40 to 50k, maybe even a little bit cheaper nowadays. And then for the number 5 spot, I think it was really between a couple different cards. I think you can go for, I don't know, it's close. Like I would go Caron Butler, but I think you could go like Jason Richardson. He's pretty good. I think they're around the same level. I really do like this Caron Butler though. I think he does everything at a super high level. 6'7" at the 2, 6'11" wingspan, is a good defender, has a good jump shot, pretty good dribble sigs, and he's only about, I think, around 50 KMT, maybe even a little bit cheaper. So these are going to be my top 5 best value shooting guards in the game. Now to go on to the top 5 best value small forwards. A lot of these cards are going to be very similar. I got Jonathan Isaac at the 1, I got Brian Scalabrine at the 2, I got AK-47 at the 3, and then I got Thurl Bailey at the 4. I think all 4 of these cards are very similar in game. The one thing they all have in common is they're all going to be elite level defenders. Jonathan Isaac, the most expensive, for about 90,000 MT. He's one of the best defensive cards in the game, being 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan, every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game. You look at Scalabrine, a card that's basically got no flaws, amazing defensive tendencies, some of the best dribble sigs, and elite level jump shot, perfect stats and badges, best dunk packages. He's super overpowered. Then you got AK-47, who's a great two-way small forward, good jump shot, and still one of the best on-ball defenders. And then you got Thurl Bailey, just a budget Giannis type of level small forward, really good size, being 6'11", has great defensive animations, and is a really good slashing small forward. Thurl Bailey's about 30k, AK's about 20k, Brian Scalabrine around 30-35, and then Jonathan Isaac about 90k. And then for that 5th and final spot is going to be the Galaxy Opal Big Z. I think you maybe could put him over Thurl Bailey if you wanted to, but he's just another card, like I said, for shooting guard. He's just so overpowered at that small forward position because of his size and his player model just being a huge mismatch on the offensive end. So these are going to round off the top 5 best value small forwards in my opinion. And now to go on to the top 5 best value power forwards. At the number 1 spot is going to be another expensive card, but definitely worth every penny. You know, every single amount of MT you're putting into Taco Fall, I think is going to be worth it. A card that's 7'6" at the power forward position, 8'2" wingspan, and he's probably the most affordable giant in the game. A card that only goes for now about 200,000 MT, and before you were able to get this card for like 125, 150k. So for that price tag, I mean, he's just so overpowered, and I think still one of the best value cards in the game. At the number 2 spot though is going to be the Dark Matter Bill Walton, a card that can really do everything on the court at a super high level, but especially a great defender, being 6'11" at power forward, 7'3" wingspan. He's got a 98 interior defense, 96 perimeter, 94 steal, 98 block. He's got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game, and this card legit moves like a point guard, having the Garland size up, the Curry escape, aim behind the back, quick drop soft 1. He's got front clutches, and if you can green his jump shot, I mean, this card is super overpowered for only, I think, around 70 to 80,000. 100,000 MT. And then coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be the Dark Matter Dirk Nowitzki, a card that is a little bit more expensive. He kind of hovers around the 100,000 MT mark, but I think for his price as an elite level power forward, being 7'1" with a 7'3" wingspan, he's got such a good jump shot, 99 3 ball, 99 mid range, almost every single Hall of Fame shooting badge in the game, and then also has a really good jump shot, super quick and also easy to time. So I think for about 100,000 MT, going to be one of the best value power forwards in the game. And then at the number 4 spot, I'm actually going to go with the Dark Matter D-Rob, and at number 5, I'm going with the Dark Matter Dwight Howard. So Dwight's about 80k, D-Rob's about like 125, maybe 110k, Dirk's about 100,000 MT, Bill Walton about 70 to 80, and then Taco Fall around 200,000 MT. Both D-Rob and Dwight, great defensive power forwards, and both have pretty solid jump shots and are around the same level. D-Rob is a little bit taller, that's why I do think he's a little bit higher in this top 5. But yeah, guys, that's going to round out my top 5 best value power forwards. And now to go on to the last position is going to be my top 5 best value centers. You guys know who I'm going with at the number 1 spot. I just absolutely love this card, and that's going to be the Galaxy Opal Marc Gasol, a really good pick and pop center, has an elite level jump shot, can still play good defense, and pretty athletic. At the number 2 spot is going to be the playoff Dark Matter Brook Lopez, a very similar center card to Marc Gasol. I think they're really close at center. You know, Brook Lopez, another 7'1" center, 7'5" wingspan. I think Marc Gasol has just got a little bit more athleticism, a little bit faster, and the jump shot, I do like Marc Gasol's a tad bit more, but Brook Lopez can still knock down threes at a super high level and really good for only about 40k, and Marc Gasol is only about 20,000 MT. At the number 3 spot though, I think really comes down to a whole bunch of different names. I mean, if you wanted to go like Mitchell Robinson, I think he's actually really good, you know, at the center position. He's about 50k. At the number 4 spot, if you wanted to go for Pink Diamond Peter, he's going to be a super cheap budget center for under 10,000 MT. He's 7'2" with a 7'10" wingspan, really good player model in game. And then to round out the top 5 best value centers, I will put the Galaxy Opal Sabonis. I will put Galaxy Opal Sabonis just because he's only about 80,000 MT, and he's a 7'3" giant center with a pretty solid jump shot. So yeah, guys, that's going to be my top 5 best value point guards in the game, top 5 best value shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and centers as well. So let me know in the comment section down below maybe what you guys would change about each value position. Let me know some other cards you guys think have really good value in game, and hopefully this video to help you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.